Welcome back, everybody. It's Meridy here, and I am here with the 7th layout that I have made using our rugged Limitless kit. And I'm going to start out showing you what I'm going to try, what I'm thinking about using for this layout. Yeah, I did a little organizing off screen before I got on camera, so this beginning might go a little quicker than normal. I'm gonna start out with these 3 pictures of my son, and what happened here is he pulled out one of his teeth, and then like an hour later he pulled out another one because he wanted more money from the tooth fairy. And that is what he decided he was gonna do, is just pull out 2 teeth, and they weren't even very loose. So I do have 3 pictures here. This first one is kind of like gross because you can see blood. I don't want to use it. I don't need all 3 of these pictures to tell the story. I really just need a picture of 1 tooth missing and a picture of 2 teeth missing. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this picture. I don't think I need it to accurately tell this story. It's very similar to this picture, but without the blood. So we'll leave it at that. So I've got my 2 pictures here, and then I've got the little scraps that I have left over from working with this kit so far. And I have these 2 papers. And then I've got my cut apart that I've used some of, but not all of. And I think I want to use the dude bro bra because, you know, it's just a boyish type of phrase. So I'll cut that one off. And I don't think I'm going to use any of these other ones. I might even just use some of the back and some of the front. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I kind of do really like this, but I'm not sure. Okay, we'll just keep that off to the side. I've got a little scrap of white paper that I can use to mount my photos. If they fit on this one, they probably will. And then I've got my sticker sheet, which is halfway used up. I really like Savage because it's kind of savage what he did here. I really like Legit. So I probably will use both of those. And what I'm gonna do right now while I'm talking is just kind of cut out them so that I remember that I want to use these. And of course there's other little stars and other little things on the sticker sheet that I might use. So I won't hide it too far away, but I definitely want to use the Savage and the Legit. So let's see if there's any good phrases down here. Hey there, good looking, that's cute. Bro, actually, what's up? Chill out, Speedster Brothers. That's wild. Natural talent. That's kind of funny. So I'm gonna cut out that's wild and natural talent because I think that's funny. Although I'm not sure exactly the color scheme I'm going with here. Okay, the rest of these things, strong and courageous is a good one too. So we'll just leave those off to the side to see what I do with them. For my chippies cut apart, I think I want to use the hashtag. It's probably the only one that really goes with these pictures because this isn't really, most of these chippies are technology based and there's not any technology even references in my pictures. So I think I'll just use this hashtag. And you're gonna want to cut these chippies apart with an X-Acto knife, not just try to punch them out with your hand. So I can put these off to the side because I'm done with those. Okay, and then I've got a piece of white cardstock for my stash that I'm going to use as the base of my layout probably. So that's the white cardstock. And then these things, okay, I don't have the twine that comes in packaging like you all will have. You guys all get twine in your packaging, so I'm just pulling out some of my own twine in case I want to use that on the layout. I want to use handsome, smile, cool dude, you are the whole story, hey there, I wanted to say hey there handsome, look at you, wow. These are all from right here. These are all from the sticker sheet and the puffy thickers that came in this kit. I just cut out the ones that I liked, that because I really like this blue and green color scheme. So I'm thinking even I might not even use this paper because I don't know that I want any orange in it. I'm kind of really digging the monochromatic blue and green color scheme. So I'm not too sure about that. And then I have the back of the packaging from the buttons. It's a gray tag. Oh, this Brave puffy sticker was in there. So I want to maybe say you are brave or something, or you are a cool dude. I don't know. Anyway, super boy power, and then some buttons. So I've got all these things. I can go ahead and cut these apart. These came off the back of the packaging too. I don't remember what was in this. I think maybe the little patches, like the shoe and the cell phone battery patches that came in the kit. I think those might have been in this packaging. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut all of these apart so that they are ready to go when I'm ready, and I don't have to be cutting them then. Okay, so these are all cut, and I am gonna go ahead and just cut down this tag so it's ready to use as well. I'll cut the corners off, and then I'll just use a hole punch to punch the hole out. And it's just a regular office size 1/4 inch hole punch. Okay, so at least I've got all those cut. And then I've got all these words. This is other packaging, and again, I don't remember what it's from. Something that we sold this month, maybe acrylics possibly. But there is reusable packaging on all of our packaging. So if you have any, not just for boys products, you've got some removable or reusable packaging on there. So I am going to, let's see. This says, I love you, today was amazing. This is serious, tradition together, 2022, which it's not 2022. Family time, totally awesome, enjoying life, good times, just us, so sweet. And then there's space for me to use to stamp or write other words on those blank ones. But I think I'm just gonna cut all of the ones that make sense off of here. And get them in my little thing right here. I'll just keep the rest of these off to the side for when I'm ready to use them on another layout. And the next thing that I'm gonna do, I think, is go ahead and mat these two pictures on this white scrap of cardstock. Okay, so I've got my pictures matted and all the things. I am gonna move this colorful paper off to the side because I might not use it. And then if I do that, I'm probably not gonna use this thing that says natural talent either, because everything on here is blue and green. So let me get all these little bits and pieces off. So I've got this. This is nice because it is blue and green little stars. So I've got two good sides on there. I'm gonna cut this down a little because it's now it's closer to the size of my pictures. And then I do want the one with one tooth to be on the left-hand side, and then the second tooth to be on the right-hand side like that. And then I really kind of just want to use some scraps in here. I'm not sure here yet. I think I want to do some long, narrow pieces in the back, and then just kind of fill it in with embellishments. I made a layout yesterday, not on video, just with an old kit that I had sitting around, and that's how I did it, and I love the way it turned out. So I kind of want to replicate that here. So I cut this, oops, I forgot to tell you, 1.5 inches wide. It's 1.5 inches wide. I don't want to use that side. I don't need all these white scraps in here. I'm not going to use those. Ooh, this is a good one. Kind of like this. I don't really want the torn edges in this one, so I'm gonna get rid of these pieces. I'm just working through my scraps, getting rid of what I don't feel like using on this one. I really do like this side of the paper. I don't think I need to use a ton of it to make it work because it is so dark. I feel like I could probably just use a little bit of it in here. And I'm not even sure if I want these pictures like this. Maybe I want them like that and this sticking out down there. And I'm not gonna leave these long. I'm gonna cut them at different angles, but for now, that's how I'm gonna keep it. These are just branding strips here, but I like them and I think that they're working well. Okay, I don't wanna use any of the orange ones. These hearts are not going, like they go this direction, so I don't wanna put them this way. So I think I'm pretty much done with all these other scraps. Yeah, I don't wanna use any of these other colors. So let me package these back up. I might need to come back and get a couple scraps for something, but not right now. Let's see. Do I want to put like one wide thing going this way just to kind of ground it? Possibly. I'm going to cut 3 inches off the end here. So I'm just going to cut a 3-inch. So this paper is 6 inches wide already. So I just cut 3 inches off the bottom. So this piece right here is 3 inches by 6 inches. And I wonder how it will look. I'm just gonna stick a little bit out right here and a little bit out over here. So I am going to cut it at 3.5 inches right here. This side is 3.5 inches and this side is 2.5 inches. And it's going to look like it's going all the way through. Okay, and I can shorten this up and scooch things over as I get going. Let's see, from here, I like this length where it is. I'm going to cut this one right here. So that is, I'll tell you how much I'm gonna cut off of it. I'm gonna cut about 1 3/4 inches off of the end of it. Okay, if I cut too much, it's not a big deal. I can just snip this piece in half and slide it up higher or lower, higher up there or lower down here. This long blue one, I'm going to only cut about an inch or 1/2 inch off of it. Well, it's about 3/4 inch that I cut off. Okay, and I'm gonna let this overlap right there. And then this one right here, I'm gonna cut right here. So, and I'm just gonna use my scissors because it's easier. And that was cutting 3 inches off. That was 3 inches that I cut off. And then this last one, I want it to be cut up here. And I'll tell you how much this is. I cut 2 inches off of it. So let me tell you how long these are. That might be easier for you if you're following along, for me to just tell you the overall length of each piece. Grab a ruler. So this light blue piece is 8 inches long. This white branding strip is 9 inches long. This light blue branding strip is 11 1/4 inches long, and this light blue one is 10 inches long, right? Because I cut 10 1/4 inches long, okay? So that's how you can know. But honestly, these are being overlapped by pictures. So if you need, you could just cut all of these strips in half and adjust them, move them higher and lower to make them be in the right spot. Okay, I like the way this looks. I do think that I need to ink the edges of these two so that they pop out a little. And I want to use a little bit of mixed media on the back here, just a little. I am going to get, do I want to use blue? Or do I want to use silver? I'm not going to get silver. I think I want to use green. Maybe not. Let me test swatch a couple colors to see what I want to use back there. Okay, I've got 3 different colors to choose from, and I'm gonna just swatch them on a little piece of scratch paper that I've got over here. So the first color that I'm thinking is called Powder Puff, and it's from Shimmers. Powder Puff, it's that color, like that grayish blue color. The next color that I'm thinking is Nuvo Mica Mist, and it's a Nebula Blue. And the last color I'm gonna swatch is Nuvo Mica Mist in Fresh Pear. This might be a little, that's very bright. And then the Fresh Pear, I think it's also very bright. Let me see if I can find one more different shade of blue. Now I've got this Snow Way Man blue also. And I think this is gonna be the one I use. Because I kind of want bright in there. This is a little too dull for me, but this is a little too bright. So I think I am going to use this one called Snow Way Man by Shimmers Paint. And I think what I should start doing before I even worry about this is adhering all these pieces together so it's one giant piece that I can move around my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of these 2 pieces first. And I'm going to ink them in green. So I'll use this Twisted Citron to ink the edges of these, just so they pop a little bit off the background, since right now it's white on white. And I'm not going to ink the other pieces because I just don't think I need to, but you could ink them as well. Especially this lighter one might look kind of good inked. So I'm gonna leave the ink off to the side, and I'm gonna get going on adhering all of these things together so that they just stay in place while I'm moving them around. So I'm gonna do this off camera and just get these all adhered together, but not adhered to the background of the layout. And I will be right back. Okay, I decided to go with these 2 a little uneven from each other. But now this is all in one giant swoop, so it's going to be really easy for me to just move it. So when I want to put a little bit of paint on the bottom, it's easy for me. So I'm going to just dip the paintbrush into this, and I want a little over here, and I'm just going to really lightly and quickly get it on here. If you mess around too much, it's going to warp your paper and start pilling your paper, because I am not using special watercolor paper. I'm just using regular white cardstock. Let's see if I even like this. It's a little bright for what I had in mind. This might be a little too bright for me. I might be starting over. Okay, let me show you guys what I have done and what I have learned right now. So this is the color that I originally thought I was going to use, the Snow Way Man. And this is the Powder Puff, the other blue color that I picked, that I just thought was a little too dull. And I'm actually going to get a glass mat here because I'm going to use this for my next step. So I felt like this bright blue up there was just a little too bright. but this one down here is just a little too dull. So I think I want to mix the colors together. I'm gonna get a new piece of paper eventually, but I'm gonna try mixing these colors together on my mat. I put 3 squirts of this one and 2 squirts of the lighter one, and then I'm going to get a piece of saran wrap and kind of blot these together, mix them together good, and see how this looks. And I think I'm gonna use this technique instead of the paintbrush as well. Okay, I think this is getting closer to what I want. Yeah, but I might do even sprays, 3 and 3. So it's 1 to 1 of here. Let me get another piece of paper so we can start this over. I'm kind of glad that I didn't have a lot on this background page, so I don't feel like I wasted too much. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's even parts of both of those, and I'm gonna mix it together here. And I know I'm gonna want some in all of these, like barely sticking out. So I'm just gonna blot this around just a little. And I'm gonna try not to mess with it too much because I don't want my paper to get all warped or pilling up. Blotting it like this, it also dries pretty quick. Okay, I see I'm gonna need a little more out here to make it show. And I want a little more up here, just kind of going out. Okay, now I don't want it to look like 4 separate blots, so I need to bring this down here a little so it kind of looks like it's more a big circle instead of 4 separate little blots. They look very disconnected. That should make it come together a little better. Okay, this side looks pretty good. I think I need a little bit more up here. And then after I get all of this done, let's see how this looks. That's pretty good. Now, when this is totally dry, which it almost is, I am gonna put a few splatters of these colors. And I'm just going to, I don't want to splatter this color or this color. I want to splatter them mixed. So I'm going to come back over here and just put 1 squirt of each. Then I'm going to get a tiny paintbrush. Get it in there. And just do some splatters like that. This way, it's got both colors together still, because I didn't want it to look like bright blue or super light blue. I wanted the splatters to match the color of the paint that I already put on here. Let's see. I think that might look pretty good. I can't put my pictures all the way down. Yeah, that's looking nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be right back. And hopefully this will be a little more dry by then. And one last thing that I wanna do, I do wanna come in and add a few splatters in this fresh pear. Just a few to bring a little green in here, because I really like the green, the pops of green that I have happening so far. And I think this is gonna look very nice. Okay. So we'll let this dry, and while we're letting it dry, I think I can come in here and see. I've got tons of blues, a few things of green, a little green on this. I think I should color this hashtag green, since I don't have too much green, and I don't know Let's see, should I color it this bright green that I've got here or more the pear green? I think I'm gonna color it this pear green color. So this is gonna be real easy to color. So I'm just gonna paint this. I'm gonna leave it kind of heavy on here. I've got all these fun things to work with. And let's start working with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this to the back of my page. I'm not gonna put adhesive super close to the edges of anything in case I need to tuck some of these embellishments up here underneath. I don't want to have to tear them off. So I'm just gonna put it just like this. And then we've got a tag here. That could look real nice over there. Or up here. How would this look? Oh, I think I like it up here. Okay, I'm gonna cut a little bit off the bottom of this tag because it's kind of too tall like that. Like it just looks really tall. I want it to be a little shorter. There, that's perfect. There, it's just barely peeking out from under there. So I can lay that tag down. And then we've got Cool Dude and Savage. I really like this Savage because I think it's funny how he rips his teeth out. Handsome. I don't know. I'm just putting things around in places, starting with the bigger things first. That's why I started with the Handsome and the Cool Dude. I don't know that I need, oh, Handsome Smile. That's cute. Handsome Smile. I really wish that S, I might need to move it down a little. Kind of like the Handsome Smile then. You are Savage. The Savage kind of isn't, even though I love it so, it isn't matching. It's not fitting in with this for some reason. We might have to forego that, and it's sad to me because I really like it, but it's just not matching. Let's see, need a little more green here. I kind of want it white. Yeah, it doesn't need to be heavy, that green right there. It just needs to be a little green. Okay, I'm not sure about this right here. I do like it better over there. Hashtag Handsome Smile. That's kind of cute. Okay. Let's see. The whole story. I need this on there. The whole story and wow. That looks good. And that's wild. They all kind of go together. I'm not sure how I'm going to put them. No, I don't like them over there. I do like them up here. Kind of overlapping. Maybe. Okay. You are brave. You are legit brave. that makes sense with this story. Okay. This is serious. Let's see. Totally awesome. No, there's too many little things. Okay, maybe button on each area, because I've got three little clusters going on here. Okay, I'm gonna just start adhering things down because there's so much plastic and white around things that I'm just gonna start. So here we go. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to adhere down this little tag first, which has to go first because it's at the bottom. Now I can keep going. And I think I can overlap this right over the bottom of his picture slightly. Like I said, this is all kind of just trial and error, laying things down and moving them around the page till I get them how I like them. And I'm liking it, the way it's coming out so far. Cool dude has to go on here, of course. Okay, I do want the cool dude. I don't want it to stay with this on one side. I want it to overlap so it's coming out of that green a little. It just looks better that way to me. I can't explain why, but sometimes like the more things are lined up perfectly, the more like rigid the layout tends to look, and this layout is not a rigid looking layout with all of the splatters and mixed media. So I want it to be not lined up perfectly. Okay, I'm not sure where to put this button quite yet. So I'm not gonna glue the buttons down till the end. I'm gonna get all these other little pieces down. So you are legit brave. I do not like pulling my kids' teeth out. Like I can't do it. I don't even like looking at their loose teeth. It totally grosses me out. So all of my kids have had to pull out all of their own teeth because they don't want my husband to do it, and I can't even look at it loose. They all thought it was so funny to gross me out by showing me their loose teeth. But I just can't do it. Okay, I feel like this needs something else in it too. But not something. This is serious. That looks kind of cute up there. We'll put that up there. And then I want to back this little frame with a scrap of paper. I think I can back it with, I just have this little tiny scrap left. Oh no, that isn't gonna work. Well, let's see. When I've got the whole story in front of it, I think that will work. So I'm just gonna cut this little piece down because I forgot I'm gonna have quite a few things overlapping this. And it says wow. And I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere it in there using glossy accents because I feel like the glossy accents sticks pretty well to the acrylic. So just do that. And then I'm gonna put this little, that's wild. I need to line up where this is gonna sit before I can. Okay, now I can put this whole acrylic piece down. Okay, and then this is gonna say the whole story, but this acrylic piece is dimensional. So I'm gonna put a little piece of foam tape on the back of this to help it sit flush to the back so it's stuck well. So I'm just gonna put my foam tape right there in the middle. So it just kind of gives it another place where it's connecting to the page. Okay, and then I've got this little button somewhere down here. Let's see, what else do we have? I don't think there's enough room for this super boy power. I don't know. Right here, no. Hey there. Hey there, I love you. That's kind of cute. How does that look? I like that. I feel like this has one of these little blue things. I feel like I need to put one somewhere in this side too. I think I can put it right there. All right. I'm a little sad about my Savage. Let's see what happens if I try to put it in here. No, it's just too much. I have to stop. I can't do it. Even though it's perfect, I will have to find other pictures that that's perfect for. It's just too much on this one. Okay, I think the last thing that I want to do I need a little bit up here to just balance out things? Let's see, I've got a couple little scraps of the same paper that we used on the layout. No, it's fighting, like the direction that these are going is fighting with the direction these are going. But this might be a little bit better. If I cut that off there, I think that could work. Let me cut this in half. I really like the white plaid in there. I kind of like that. I'm going to cut these pieces a little shorter though, because they're kind of long. Okay, and then I'm just going to start adhering down. This one. give it a little more adhesive. Okay, let's get these last little bits put down. Hey, I love you. Hey there, I love you. Okay, totally awesome. I think I already adhered This Is Serious up there. And then we've got these buttons. Okay, that one looks good there. This one, I think it needs to go right there. This one, it looks too high up there. I think it needs to go right there. So I'll go ahead and do these. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is just put a little bit of my twine in my tag right here. And again, you have twine from your packaging that probably coordinates with this kit. I know when Paula packages, she tries to coordinate the color of the twine with whatever kit is out that month. So you probably have some really good matching twine that you can use. And I'm just gonna tie a little knot in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And just, so it's a little thicker than just a single thread piece of twine going through there. Do it 3 times. And I just tie like the beginning of a bow. And I'm gonna leave it like that, but I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on there so it doesn't move around. I'm just going to use Eileen's tacky glue. Put a little under both sides. And then last but not least, I feel like my edges need a little something to make them stand out a little. So I'm gonna do my little scribble down the side. And I think with that, my layout is done. And if you are inspired to make a layout from this video, we would love to see it in our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community group. Our design team is going to be posting their layouts that they made with this kit in there. And we have sneak peeks of next month's kit coming up in there. So if you're not part of that community group on Facebook, you might want to do that. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. I think I want to make one more layout with this kit because I have a lot of embellishments still left and I have an idea. So I'll see you soon. Bye.